My name is Bill, and these are words with Bill Uncle. And the reason I've chosen that as a title is that, as many of my friends from South Asia would understand, I was born and raised in India. Don't I look it? That's the question I ask so many of my South Asian friends when I can speak a little bit of their language, and they look at me rather funny like, and I say, well, मैं तो पक्का हिंदुस्तानी वाला है. I am also from India. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I was born of parents, Canadian parents in India. They were a doctor. My father was a doctor there for 27 years. And so my first 16 years were basically spent in India. So I'm familiar with the culture. I went to school there up through grade 8. And so we thought we would use the phrase Bill Uncle, or words with Bill Uncle, for our time together on this channel. I was born in 1944. Maybe I don't need to say that. And went to school, born in a place called Landar, Mussoorie, Uttar Pradesh at that time, 7,000 feet up in the Himalaya mountains. Not the Himalayas, it's the Himalaya. Himalaya is two words that mean the eternal abode of snow. So here in North America, we crucify the name by calling it the Himalayas. It's Himalaya, the eternal abode of snow. And if you live there, you understand, because when you look at what we often call the eternal snows, they're up at 20,000, 25,000 feet, and they never lose their snow. So that was my birth was there. I spent many years, or parts of years, in the Punjab, in a place called Ludhiana, Punjab, where my father was the founder of the orthopedic department at Christian Medical College and Hospital in Ludhiana, Punjab. So much of my childhood was spent either at school up in Mussoorie and in the hills, or down in the plains in the Punjab. At age 16, I was brought to Canada to stay, and it was here that I discovered that I have a particular disease called TCK. Well, no, it's not really a disease. It is a name, a particular characteristic people like I have. It's called third culture kid. I am an ATCK, an adult third culture kid. A third culture kid is someone who is born in a country or a culture other than their parents' passport culture. My parents were Canadian, but I was born in India. So that is why I am that. There are certain characteristics we have. Number one is that we have no place to call home. The world is our home. So we do make good travelers. We are very multicultural in our attitude. We know what it is, for instance, to be a minority. I was a minority. I was white in basically a country where everyone was brown. I knew what it was to be picked on because of the color of my skin. Many people find that hard to believe, but I know what it was like to have stones thrown at me simply because I was white. So I want to talk a little bit about what we can expect, or what we can expect to hear or talk about on this particular channel. And a quick background so that you know where it's coming from. I was educated, my higher education in Toronto in Canada. I was in the business world. Then I was a person up in northwestern Ontario while my wife taught school. Then I went to theological seminary and did 4 years of theology. Then I became a minister in the Baptist church. And then I also studied psychology and sociology at Lakehead University. So then I became a counselor, a family therapist. And in Brampton, as the community grew and the South Asian community grew, I left the pastorate, went into counseling, and established a charity called South Asian Welcome Center, where we counseled with the South Asian community. Knowing the culture, and having the counseling experience, I was able to work. So what we're going to do in these channels is look at various things, some from a theological perspective, others from a sociological perspective. We're going to look at things like anger management, my specialty, healthy communications, teamwork, how to work with other people, healthy communications, and working with others of other cultures, other communities, how to adapt, how to adjust to situations. We'll also look at some stories and sayings or teachings from the Bible which talk about things such as what is love? How is love worked out in our life, in our relationships with other people? Real love, not just fakey love. So these are some of the things that we'll pursue, and I would invite you, if you have questions about any topic, to send them in, and if I am able to adjust or address those in some of these events, I'll be happy to do that.